Alrighty. Whew. It's hot. Alright, so I reckon my vlogs were pretty crap, not gonna lie, from the trip just past. So I thought I'd do a sort of interview, sort of piece to camera, I guess. I think that's what you call it. I just feel like that's a little bit more appropriate, considering that I'm still not quite used to vlogging, so I ended up holding my GoPro really low. So all you get to see is a lot of my chest and not a whole lot of my face. Which I know not many of you will want to see that either way, but yeah, no, I reckon the piece of camera seems to be a bit more appropriate in this scenario. But yeah, so boys and I went to Robe, or I guess the areas within the vicinity. We tried to go to Robe, but yeah, there's a few things that happened in the process that kind of held us up.
To pick up some groceries, but I think everyone else is already here. Let's go meet them. Nope, wrong one. Cover.
What's going on, bro?
That was a journey and a half. I did not expect it to take that long.
Oh, I'm so sorry for this, man.
Nah, you're good, bro.
How was High Point?
Hey?
How was High Point?
It was chockers, man.
I'm waiting for him to go. Alright, let's go. Alright, so how you going, guys? Welcome back. We are currently at Nick's place. Just throwing stuff into the Brumby. Nick's waiting on some laundry to get sorted out. Met up with the boy, Chaboy, Eric, the man himself, the myth, the legend, the boy. Omar's all packed and ready. Rigs are all sorted. Muffins on deck. That's Brecky.
Literally.
Yeah, no joke. The 80s looking, she's holding together. Still in one piece. Inside of the 80s looking alright. New seats are in, so I'm pretty happy about that. Actually quite stoked to have them in. And yeah, having fun with it. So let's see how we go. Should be fun. Keep you posted.
The Doge! The Doges! Doge!
There's two.
There is two. Oh my god, there's two of them!
Hey! Look at me!
Look at me!
Look at me!
Holy,
Hey! Look at me! I'm Mr. Me6!
Love me!
Look at me now, Dad!
How you like me now, Dad?
Fucking hell.
Boy! I fucking bloody
So we're on the road for a couple hours. Our next stop was initially intended to be Pink Lake. So the route we were taking to get to Robe was going to be up to Pink Lake, down into Little Desert, try and shoot through Little Desert. We were a bit weary about where we might be able to get to, mainly because there are a couple bushfires here and there. Most of the ones in Victoria hadn't, the Gippsland fires hadn't started yet at the time, but there was still a few, you know, scattered around the joint. So we were a bit cautious entering there. So we ended up hanging out at Little Desert. That was well, before we even got to there, we popped into BCF in Ballarat. Just bought a couple of surf rods. We were planning to do a bit of fishing in Robe, so we thought, let's get some new rods. I needed some new tackle anyway. Boys got some hats and whatnot. We just stocked up on a bit of gear. Swung through a weighbridge. Yeah, pretty much everyone's car except for Omar's was pretty heavy. But all things considered, we were pretty happy with how they were driving. And then yeah, we got to Pink Lake, had a walk down. The name's not a lie, it is actually pink, so that's pretty cool. You did have to dig in into a bit of the salt to find some of the really pink stuff, but it was still either way a pretty cool little spot to visit. And then after that, we swung into Little Desert, drove through little town of, I think it was Dabula, crossed the little river, headed into Little Desert State Forest or National Park, or whichever one it is, I can't remember. Saw an emu. That was the first for me. So yeah, no, I don't think we got any good footage of the emu, but that was an interesting experience.
Wow. Oh, you only had a bigger zoom lens, man.
That's sick.
And then a couple snakes, all that sort of jazz, roos and whatnot. And then yeah, found a little pretty sick little spot just on the corner of a river, and set us up there. It was a good first night. Very calm, not a whole lot going on, but I think the boys all enjoyed it.
Like an exotic dream, the radio playing songs that I have never heard. I don't know what to say. Oh, not another word, just la 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 la. It goes around the world, just la 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 la. It's all around the world, just la 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 la. It goes around the world, just la 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 la. It's all around the world, just la 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. It's all around the world.
Alright, so we're currently at the giant koala. I'm trying to grab my camera out of the pile of bags and bobs that are laying around inside my car. Probably shouldn't be underneath everything, considering it's a camera. But you know how it is. It be what it be. 35 to 70. Yeah, sure. Actually, no. So lens choice, I'm gonna go with my wide angle lens just so that I can get a nice tall shot of the koala included. I was gonna go with my 35 to 70, which is actually my favorite lens, but it is also a manual lens, so it's a bit how you going with focus if you're not sort of very particular about it. So yeah, seeing as this is just a quick stop off, get a photo and go, just use this one. Look at that. Would you look at that? Would you look at that? Look at it. Look at it. Who would have thought? Who'd have thunk it? That's a big, it's a big koala. All right, we are currently at the Pink Lake. And it's looking pretty pink. I don't know if you can see that very well, but it's pink.
When life brings trouble, you can fight or run away. I have no struggle. Relax, watch me float away. I'm coasting. I'm
but my car jets west as I drift over cliffs. The sunset, yes, it's me and myself. I needed a rest. The windows down, breathing deep in my chest. Used to feel hopeless, now I feel so rare. Seats lean back, can't see my chair. See my eyes reflect in the sky. I feel so divine, giving thanks I'm alive. Cause we came a long way since our days in the A. Sleepless nights, was trying to get right. Now I just glide, wind in my sails. I toast to the ocean, she balanced my scales.
Second day, we had a bit of a slow start. The boys were, after swinging through Dimboola on the way in, we saw a couple cafes and it was not very far from where we camped. So yeah, Nick suggested that we just swing out and just grab some breakfast at the cafes. So I thought, why not? Little local joint. It's always good to, when you're coming from the big city, coming from this end of town over to theirs, it's always nice to sort of give back a bit. So we ended up grabbing some coffees, grabbing some brekkie, a couple pies and whatnot for breakfast. Swung into the local Aldi, stocked up on some drinks again, that sort of thing, and then yeah, then we shot back into Little Desert this time, ready for some tracks.
She said, see you later, boy. Oh, someone did a fucking shit. So apparently sand driving, I'm not sure about four-wheel drives, but so what they're doing now is they're just dropping the tire pressures so they get more grip and kind of the sandy stuff, which is what we're about to head into. I think it's the first time for most of these boys is so it's going to go in deep sand territory, so that's why the guys want to just drop their tire pressures. Omar just went in YOLO. He's on the other side of this, but I think he's going to drop his tire pressure anyway.
We're dropping pressure, brother. I might need to get a compressor out. I accidentally went to 10.
Oh shit. What were you meant to go to?
Like 20?
So this one's on 10, is it?
Yeah. It's not... I could probably run it like that, but like,
Yeah.
that looks fine. Hey Buck, wanna see what a tire at 10 PSI looks like? Yeah. That's actually bad decent. That's fine, I think. Yeah. Probably won't go that long at all.
Man, this sun is biting. Shit. What song is this?
Superman.
Pull my anthem so I can actually get the second. Wait, it's not even that. Go!
I can't slow down anymore in this gear.
Oi! Oh shit!
So, since we're driving in sand and there's a lot of dunes and stuff, there's something called these flags. Pretty much what these are is if you're kind of coming over a hill and if there's someone on the other side, then they can see your flag before they see your car to avoid any collisions. I only learned this last night actually. Thanks Nick for explaining that.
No worries.
So we just stopped to just, while it's all flat now, put them up.
What is that puny sand flag? I reckon mine will still be high, end up higher than yours. Come on there. Yeah. So your bull bar is about the same height as my roof, so yeah. Fuck, that's fun, man. Like, but like every soft bit, I have to be momentum, foot to the floor, and I'm counter steering half the corners. Yeah.
So we're cruising along in the middle of the desert. Oh, it must have been, it was a hot day, not gonna lie. It was, it would have been 38, 40 degrees at the time. It was a very hot day. So I think Nick radios over to us and says his Brumby's overheating and he just wants to pull aside and just have a peek at it. So we pull up and you can hear the thing bubbling over. Pop the hood up and sort of try and figure out a few things.
I'm just fucking driving it really fucking hard.
Just a little bit.
Yeah. That's right. Leave it to boil over for a bit, let it cool down, add some new coolant, we're good. Fact that it's just smashing out the overflow, that's fine. Yeah. Honestly, is your light bulb wired up? Yeah. I'd rip it out. That's blocking a lot of airflow straight through your radiator too. Yeah, you're probably right.
Is she hooked up already?
I'm good when you are. Sorry, my radio was off. What's going on?
Have you hooked the strap up to me?
Yep, strapped up to you.
Alright, cool. Alright, I'm gonna start just crawling forward now.
Yep, go ahead.
A little mini series with Omar. There's little tips.
If you don't have aircon, a good thing is get a bottle of water, put it in your hand and rub it all over your body.
Yep. Before you get in the car, during,
Anytime.
while you're in the car.
Just keep wet.
There you go. Keep wet. That's all I got from that.
What you can hold up in your left and your right hand, and it could change overnight with the right plan. We're little more than a MacBook and a mic stand. Look where I took it and I...
So look, test the autopilot, guys. Live patrol.
Here you go.
Oh, okay.
Not that time.
That way gets turfed. In the process of elimination, gotta keep proving wrong so the right one works. So we're persevering, polishing the tracks till it hurts to hear them. About to embark on a journey even nearer, so it's only right I'ma build us a ship worth steering. Say it with me. Hey yo, I'm putting the pedal to the bed. Might as well cut the brakes, 'cause we don't stop, we don't wait until it's too late. Hey yo, I'm putting the pedal to the bed. Red line for the chase, hotel, we hit the
as we're cruising through again, we get another radio call across, and next Brumby's still overheating, so we pull up and find a bit of shade, park the cars, and just let the thing cool down again. At this point, I was a bit concerned as to whether or not we were going to be actually getting this thing across the desert without causing any damage to it. So we just decided to stop over and talk it out. And that's when this happened.
What's wrong?
I was waiting for it to cool down, I guess.
Looks like his pole snapped.
Well, that's no good.
Yeah, I'm boiling coolant. I think one of my fans is broken. Hot day today. Figured it out. Yeah. Blew a thermo fan.
No shit.
One of them's not turning.
Damn. Well, on the bright side, that's something we can fix. So it's not gonna.
It's not the end of the world.
Yeah. No, we'll get into town and figure out something to fix. Some sort of fix for it.
God damn.
It's your boy vlogging for us. What's going on?
Back here,
How you
vlogging
doing?
for us.
Yeah, the boys.
We're going to Omar's
Loving it.
headlight.
Having fun in the patrol. Is it just me or is your bonnet vibrating?
Yeah. True.
I fucked up. You probably wanted a slightly longer connector? Yeah, I definitely did. That's right. Well, guess what? We're going to Bunnings anyway, so we'll be right. Get that sorted by the time we get to Robe. Whoa! You alright?
That's hot as fuck.
Are you okay? Yep. You sure you're right?
Yeah.
Pop any of that?
I copped a lot of it.
Who should be taking you to patrol of the 80?
I figured the 80 didn't find me already. as well. So,
Yeah,
up to you
we're
guys.
doing
I don't really mind. Alright, we'll turn around.
Yeah, so that wasn't the best scenario, but right in the middle of, you know, middle of the desert on a 40-degree day to be popping a radiator cap off. It was just one of those things that you don't really think about it until you've done it, and then when you've done it, you think, why the hell did I do it? That was a stupid idea. But yeah, there's nothing more we could do about that. It was what it was. So we just yeah, I just kept an eye on Nick. Just kept on radiating across to him, seeing how he felt. Gave him a couple Panadol. We just wanted to get out of the desert at that point. Let's get out to town. So we ended up deciding to tow the Brumby out. So we strapped her up to the 80, seeing as I was leading the convoy. And I think Omar's car wasn't. Throughout the trip, it had been, you know, a bit temperamental. It was threatening to overheat. So we thought, you know, seeing as the 80's the only one that's actually performing decently at the moment, or at least it's being a bit reliable. So we just decided to strap the Brumby up to that one and tow her out. As we're coming along, though, get a call over the radio from Nick, and his front tire's gone flat now. So we're thinking, oh god. So we just pulled over once more, and Omar and I, mainly Omar to be honest, has made the call, and he said, let's get this guy to the hospital. And I think that was a very good call to make. So we ended up chucking Nick in the patrol and just saying, get out of here, go find the nearest hospital and get this guy treated. And Eric and I were left to deal with the 80 and the Brumby sitting in the middle of the desert.
So it was a very interesting day. What happened last time? So we decided to pull Nick's rig. What did we get? We also got Nick opening the radiator, and radiator fluid just splashing all over him, which was pretty much boiling at that point. So his arm pretty much got, what, at least 2nd degree burn maybe? We don't really know yet.
I hope to God that it's nothing that bad. But
yeah.
It's just, we've made the call that it's better to get him to a doctor or a hospital of some sort ASAP, so yeah.
Yeah, so Omar took Nick to the nearest hospital while we're just trying to get this car out, and we just figured out that it had a flat tire, so we're just trying to pump this up, and Bakir's gonna pull me out. I'm gonna sit in the driver's seat of this, and he's gonna pull me out.
Flip off the compressor?
Yep. So hopefully I'll turn this back on again once we're out of the Little Desert, and hopefully we shall be good by then. But yeah, update you soon. Oh, fucking hell.
Currently driving a 3.4 ton Land Cruiser in the middle of the desert, flat towing, Brumby, because the old girl's overheated. During the process, Nick went and he's actually burned himself on the coolant. We popped the cap off the radiator, and the coolant just spat out at him, burnt his arm. So Omar's gone and done the hospital run. So that's left Eric and I to get the oh shit, hill coming up. All right, catch you later, guys. Bye.
Go camping, they said. It'll be fun, they said. Here we are in the middle of, quite literally, butt fuck nowhere, and I'm getting towed out of the desert in this fucking car. So yeah, I guess it's pretty fun.
For the camera, Nick.
I remember towing the Brumby out, just staring up into my rearview mirror, come over a hill, and I'm pinging it off its head in 3rd gear low. And we've crested this hill, and I'm looking into my rearview mirror. I see the Brumby just launch itself, and like, because it's got one of those little like scoop bars on it as well, so it just scoops up like half the front at the top of this little sand dune and just flies up and just smack down. Oh, it was hilarious. Funniest thing I've ever seen in a review.
So We fucking did it. We got it out of here. Holy shit, man. There are so many fucking flies. Oh, fuck. So we got it out of here. Nick's in hospital. So I think we're just going to wait. I think Omar's going to come here and pick up our Kia, I believe. Actually, I don't know what the deal is. But we just have to get both these cars into a town so I can repair Nick's Brumby. I think that's the call. So, jeez.
Yeah, I totally forgot that he's still overheating as well. That just became such a low priority after his arm started burning.
Yeah. So they're just gonna chill here for a bit, you know? Take some nice photos. Just gonna chill here for a bit and just update you when we can. So, need to save some battery on this. It's only like 5%. Fuck me. Anyway, see you soon.
Yeah, the boys.
Yeah, the boys. Loading manual.
Look at this guy.
Just cruising along.
Just cruising. I'm shattered I didn't have the GoPro strapped to my cargo barrier facing the back.
Yeah, that would have been.
That would have been that would have been the best thing to have. So yeah, Eric and I managed to get the Brumby out. Miracle of God that was. There was a whole lot of shit talk about work. I reckon that's what motivated us to get it through. And yeah, just a lot of jokes, we took it slow, but we just sort of put our minds to the task and decided that got to get this car out. So we managed to get it out. For the life of me, I can't remember where we actually managed to get it out from, but I remember it wasn't too far from Dambulla again. I think we ended up heading back out east from memory. And yeah, we stopped on the side of the road, just let the cars cool down and let ourselves cool down as well. Just had a couple. What do we have? Lemon lime bitters, I think, straight from the fridge. Sat down under the shade, fought with some flies and whatnot. And then yeah, just sort of celebrated our success of getting the car out. Tried to get on the phone with Nick and Omar and just see what was going on. I think what ended up happening was the nearest hospital that was open was actually Horsham. So Omar's had to swing down there, and luckily enough, Nick has only ended up with first-degree burns. So they slapped some gel on him, wrapped him up, and said you're good to go. Gave him a bunch of extra gel and some painkillers and whatnot. And yeah, but he wasn't going to be fit to drive. So Eric drove the 80, I drove the Brumby, and we just ended up swinging into town, parked up next to the river, and the two of us decided it'd been a long day, so we went for a swim. That was good fun. Just sitting in the river in the middle of the desert, swimming. That was good. That was nice. It was pretty populated though, so it was also it was reassuring in a sense. You're not gonna snag on something and drown without somebody's gonna pull your body out at least. So while Nick and Omar are making their way back, Eric and I were able to get the Brumby out of the desert with a bit of effort. We made it. So we've just decided while we're waiting here, might as well go for a swim, sort of refresh her up. Just do a bit of laundry while I'm at it. Yeah, just while we wait for the boys, just go for a swim, cool off, and then probably back to the same campsite as we were last night, and just hang out. So cool. We got friends all over the joint. Yeah, he straight up was. He was real keen. That's all right. You wanna make a call or what?
Go?
Yep. 3, 2, 1, go! Well, one way to overcome a fear of heights. Just go.
we were at the night before. That was it was a good spot, and we knew it was local, so we just swung into there and just set ourselves up. Just had a relaxing, quiet night. Nothing too crazy, and yeah, just sort of talked about a whole heap of crap. Astronomy, what are we talking about? Astronomy, jobs, the economy, religion, all sorts of weird crap. So yeah, no, it was good fun.